This express workout will be focusing on the shoulder rotator muscles, and my last video that I just posted was on hip rotators. So actually the two of them would be great to do together. They're very short and you can hit two very important spots in the body in a short amount of time. And they kind of speak well together because our hip rotators are very similar to our shoulder rotators. It's a ball and socket joint, right? Both of them are. And so in your mind, when you're trying to isolate the certain muscles, it's nice to think about them together as working and moving in similar fashion. So I have a light set of weights, just 2 pounds. You can do no weights, especially if you're working on shoulder rehab. If you've had an injury or shoulder rotator cuff surgery or injury, it would be very wise not to use weights. 1 pound is fine, 2 pounds is fine. I wouldn't do any higher than 3. And you can also use 2 bottles of water, which are pretty much a pound each, or cans of soup or whatnot, something that's equal. But I'm going to have you find a wall again, like we did in our last exercise with the hips. Line your body up against the wall so both shoulder blades are touching the wall. It's very important because when one shoulder is either injured or tight or sore, we tend to twist our rib cage to compensate for a soreness or an injury. So if you find a wall, line yourself up against it and feel both back pockets against the wall. Line your spine up. Your low back doesn't need to be touching the wall, right? Because we want to be in a neutral spine. So the low back should have a soft arch in it. The back of the ribs should be touching the wall and both shoulder blades touching the wall. And can you get your head to touch the wall? A lot of times with our computer work, we push our head forward. So let's take this time to get our heads back over our spines. You're going to bend your elbows into your sides, 90-degree angle with the bend, right? I shouldn't say push, but relax your shoulder blades back to the wall. Your elbows will not be touching the wall. I want your elbows maybe an inch away from the wall forward, right underneath your shoulders, your armpits, okay? You're going to inhale to open and twist the arms, and then exhale, pull them back to center. Do that again. Keep both shoulder blades like up against the wall and just notice what you're feeling. Does your chest pop forward? Does one shoulder blade wing into the wall or pinch into the wall? Maybe both do. Just notice. Can you keep your upper and middle back lightly touching the wall without rounding your shoulders forward, without rounding your chest? Just check in with your posture. Just notice where you're at today. And maybe as you repeat this video, your posture gets better and better and more efficient, easier to hold. Exhaling to open, keeping your nice tall neutral spine and just being mindful of what your shoulders are doing, the shoulder blades. And can you keep both shoulder blades flat along the wall without jamming them into the wall? We're just doing a soft little rotation. Elbows are hovering the wall. They're not touching the wall. They're not squeezing into your side either. They're just hovering your side as well. So now let's just do the right arm. You twist it open. The palm is open. The grip is light, if any grip at all. Open and close. And just notice this shoulder blade, what it does along the wall. Can you keep it kind of flat? Keep the upper back flat and feel the external rotation. So the back of your shoulder is working. Let's open for 5 and in. Twist it out for 4 and in. Twist it open for 3 and in. Feeling a nice tall spine, tall posture 2. One more time, twist out and in. Going to the left arm, twist it open and in. Notice if there's a discrepancy between sides. Maybe this side's really mobile. Maybe you have a bigger range of motion, more freedom to move in this arm, or vice versa. Maybe it's tighter. Maybe this shoulder wings into the wall. Just notice it. Can you keep your chest open as you twist? Even as you close, we're not closing the chest, we're not rounding the shoulder forward. The shoulder doesn't really move, it's the arm bone twisting inside of your arm socket. For 5, I should say inside of your shoulder socket, twist 4, twisting open 3, and your palm or the thumb or the weight probably won't ever touch the wall, and that's okay. You're just doing a little rotation, right? And now open and hold. Let's open both arms out and hold. Can you relax the middle back up against the wall, upper back up against the wall? Chest is open. Let's straighten the arms out to the sides. I'm going to be hitting my curtains, but that's okay. And bend the elbows back in. Do that again. Can you open, but keep the shoulders kind of relaxed, right? So we're not lifting from the shoulders. I'll show you the difference here on the next one. We're lifting from the arm bone versus shrugging the shoulders up. If you've noticed, my shoulders just creeped up to my ears. How can you relax the shoulders down and lift your arm bone straight out to the side? So think about where your shoulder blades are on the wall. Are they moving up and down? Can you keep them still? Can you keep them relaxed? They might be rotating a little bit. That's okay. Let them rotate along the wall. Just don't let them hike up the wall, right? Let's do 3 more of those. Exhale to reach out. Inhale to bend. And you don't necessarily have to get to a straight arm, right? The elbows can stay soft. I'd rather you not lock. Let's reach the arms out and hold. So again, don't lock your elbows. Keep them somewhat soft. Keep your shoulders against the wall. Can you bring both arms forward? 2 pounds gets heavy, right? And then inhale to open. Even 1 pound gets heavy here. Exhale. So at any time, you can get rid of those weights. You don't have to hold on to them the entire time. Just be mindful. Is your neck lengthened and long, right? We don't have strain or tension in the neck. If you do, maybe drop the weights down, okay? Or maybe focus on how can you melt the shoulder blades down your back, just like butter melting down your ribs. Inhale, down the back side of your rib cage. Just melt the shoulder blades down. Inhale to open. Soften those elbows, soften your grip. Shoulders flat up against the wall. Inhale to open. Let's do 2 more. Can you keep the chest wide even though the arms are pulling in? Good. Go ahead and do that 1 more time, pulling in. And now hold. Hold those arms out there. Let's bend the elbows. You got to cup your hands around those weights so you don't lose them for a bicep curl. Straighten the arms out. Keep both shoulders against the wall. Bend them back in. Now notice in your own body. It's, you know, these 2 pound weights or whatever pound weights you have are probably starting to get a little bit heavy, heavier than when we started. So are you compensating in any way? Are you twisting your ribs? Maybe you feel one rib cage or one side of the rib cage against the wall, but not the other. Can you focus on getting both lungs to the wall, both shoulder blades to the wall, melting down the wall? Let's do that 5 more times. Exhale to pull. Can you find your belly muscles, your core? Contract your core as you pull in for 4. Inhale. Keep your elbows lifted as you bend for 3. Inhale. So your elbows are a little lower than shoulder height, but not all the way down to your body. Let's do 1 more. Bending. Good. Now go ahead and open to a 90 degree. Face your palms towards one another. Open, keeping a 90-degree bend, and close. So similar to what we did before, but now with bent elbows. So the lever is shorter. It will be a little bit easier than when you did this with straight arms. Inhale to open. Exhale. When you close, can you keep both shoulder blades against the wall? So we're not rounding. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Good. Let's do 5 more. Inhale to open. Exhale, scoop the belly to close. Staying tall. Inhale, find that nice posture for 3. I know you're feeling tops of shoulders. Exhale for 2. If you need to, you can get rid of those weights. 1 more time. And now in the next one, you're going to hold it open. We're going to reach overhead, straight up to the sky, keeping your arms close to that wall, and bend back down. Good. As your arms lift up, can you feel how your shoulder blades somewhat rotate on the wall, right? They're not necessarily lifting and lowering, not that much anyway. They're doing more of a rotation fashion versus a lifting and lowering. But as you do lift your arms up, can you pretend or just feel like you're melting the shoulders down your back like butter? Just slide them down. We're not jamming them down, not pushing them down, just slide and melt them down, just to the point that they feel comfortable, right? No jamming, no pushing. Let's lift up for 4. Feel your core muscles turn on to keep your posture up against that wall. Push up for 3. Inhale it down. Exhale, push up last 2. Inhale it down. So if your arms are forward away from that wall as your arms are all the way up, that's okay. They don't have to be up against the wall up here. But when you get back down, try to get them close, right? Go ahead and rest your arms all the way down. Give yourself a big shoulder roll. Drop off those weights to the ground. We're going to do an arm circle with just your right arm. Lift your right arm forward all the way back to the wall. Can you get it there and circle it around? Stay on that right arm. Bring it forward all the way up against the wall and circle it around, and just be mindful of what your shoulder blade is doing along that wall. Be mindful of your ribs. Are you twisting one side of your ribs away? Can you keep both ribs, both sides of your ribs up against the wall? both back pockets up against the wall. Finding that nice neutral spine. Go the other direction, same arm. Float it out, up, and all the way around. And just notice your range of motion. If you have a shoulder injury, again, I don't want you working with weights, and maybe make your range of motion a lot smaller. You should never be working through pain. So if you have any pain or pinching or sharpness in the shoulder, make your range of motion smaller. Maybe make your reps less, don't do so many. And all the way back down. Let's do the other arm. Left arm lifts up all the way back to the wall and circle it around. And just notice if you have a difference in this side. Maybe it's more mobile, more free. Maybe it feels like you're working through mud. It's stuck up in that shoulder joint, right? Can you feel your shoulder joint, your shoulder blade just kind of, you have freedom. It's not moving all around, but there's freedom within the shoulder joint, the capsule. You should feel how your shoulder blades kind of rotate around the wall as you circle the arm. Let's go the other direction. Same arm, go out to the side, all the way up to the ear and forward. Out to the side, all the way up. Feel the shoulder, how it just kind of rotates and melts down. Let's do 3 more. Deep inhale, lift it up, and exhale it down. 2 more. Inhale. Just notice what that shoulder blade is doing along the wall. Just get some body awareness. Notice how there's a difference maybe between both sides. Notice what it is. Give yourself a big shoulder roll. Reach those arms forward, nod the chin to the chest, and just roll down until your hands touch the ground. So if this is your first time doing this workout, this short express shoulder workout, just notice the discrepancy between the shoulders. And as you continue, let's stack up nice and tall and do that one more time. Lift both arms up. As you continue with this workout, just keep an eye on what it feels like up against the wall. And maybe as you continue with the workout, over and over, you become more even with your arms and shoulders. One last time, float the arms up and curl forward. Good, go ahead and stack up nice and tall. Just roll around your shoulders, up, back, and down. Take a deep breath, wiggle around your spine, let it go. And thanks so much. And let me know if you have any questions. Email me at Courtney@mypointofbalance.com. Thanks, bye-bye.